My name is Angela Peters, and I'd like to talk to you today about the treatment of pets in divorce cases and the 2018 revisions to the divorce law. Pets have always been treated as personal property under the law in Illinois in divorce and replevin cases. Pets have been treated as tables and chairs. A lot of courts, however, have chosen to treat pets as unique property and to take into consideration all types of issues, such as who has a special relationship with the pet, who has primary responsibility for the pet, who takes care of the pet's needs, food, shelter, medicine, are there kids involved? A lot of other courts have chosen to stay with the definition of pets as property and to be very strict about that definition. If the parties have entered into a pet agreement in their marital settlement agreement, it is possible that the review court could decide that it is not going to enforce that agreement. That review court could either be a post-decree court or it could be an appellate court. Now the court has the authority to allocate ownership of and responsibility for a pet. Service animals are not included. The parties must jointly own the pet, and the marital property is presumed to be jointly owned. The courts also have the authority to look now at the joint ownership of the pet. What exactly does joint ownership, allocation, and responsibility entail? It entails visitation, who makes decisions related to the pet, dispute resolution techniques for the pet. So if the parties are not able to come to agreement, what exactly should they be doing as far as dispute resolution? The courts had always had the authority to look at sole ownership and allocation of the pet. Now joint allocation is something that is brand new. The courts can do this in the context of temporary proceedings, written agreements of the parties, and court decisions. The court now shall look at the well-being of the pet. In the past, the courts have looked at the unique properties of pets, the Animal Control Act, Lost Property Act, and the best interest of all concerned. Now all of these come under the definition of well-being of the pet. So what exactly is the well-being of the pet? Well-being of the pet can take into consideration all types of factors, but specifically the needs of the specific breed of the pet, the specific needs of the pet itself, any financial considerations, any non-financial considerations. The parties may choose to bring in an expert, such as a dog trainer, who can help them either going into court or to try to resolve the issue between them as to what is best for the pet. There are a lot of factors to be considered, both the well-being of the pet and the well-being of the parties, so remember not to concentrate on any one in particular, because if all else is equal, the court could decide that it's going to make a decision based on who brought the pet into the family in the first place, who paid for the pet. So I'd like to leave you with this thought, that by the time you get into court with your parties, they each very likely have their own idea of what is best for the pet. One party may choose to believe it's best for the pet to be clean and dry and away from the elements. The other party may think the pet being in the elements is a wonderful thing for the pet. I had an opportunity to be walking by a lake, and I saw a man who was coming toward the lake with his pet, and the pet was sniffing around the ground, was very happy, walking in the puddles. The man was walking along with his fishing gear, and I thought to myself, this is the well-being, not only of the pet, but of the man, the well-being of the parties together. And I thought it was a very wonderful picture. So I want you to keep in mind that this is brand new for a lot of judges and lawyers who may not have dealt with pet issues in the past. So remember to keep your case simple and focused. For more information on divorce issues related to pets, please view my full presentation recorded during the 9th Annual Animal Law Conference program, available in ISBA's on-demand CLE catalog. And to learn more about the benefits of joining our ISBA Animal Law section, which sponsored this great CLE program, check the ISBA website.